time on Quizlet, just like 5 minutes to kind of get in what you can, maybe practice your words, learn 5 new words, practice a game if you're starting to feel okay about it. And then we're going to go through your old quiz, and then we're going to work on some comparisons. So that's our lineup. If you want to head to the current lesson for today, you will see under number 1, you have the Quizlet link. And I would like to give you, like I said, just about 5 minutes. So your goal when I give you 5 minutes, it depends where you're at. If you're still learning words, which is fine, then try and learn five new words. Okay. If you feel like you're kind of recognizing a lot of words, then you can play a game. If you want to have your vocab list out while you're practicing, that's fine. If you don't want to have your vocab list out while you're practicing, okay, that's fine too. All right, so you got 5 minutes. I just started your timer. Please make sure you are on Quizlet. Use your time appropriately so you are in great shape for next week, which is your midterm, by the way. You are feeling like you're coming along on that. You will have some time, actually no more time really today, but a little bit of time Thursday and Friday to continue working on that. Obviously, vocab will definitely be included in your midterm coming up next Wednesday, and that's what we're working towards here. Okay, so what I would like to do is take a minute for you to go back and look at your last quiz, okay? Number 1, I want you to see how you did. Number 2, I want you to have a chance to learn from your mistakes and ask questions, etc. So if you would go to quizzes, okay, and you are looking for, I think it says, I don't know, Prueba Capítulo 1A, like 1A, and I want you to take, I don't know, a couple minutes to review what you did. So here it is, quizzes, and you're looking for, oh, what is it called? Yeah, Prueba Capítulo 1A, 1A, okay? And I would like you to look through that and see how you did, see why you missed things. If you understand what you missed, then great. If you need clarification on something, then I want you to put the numbers that you would like me to talk about in the chat. Okay, I am happy to go over as many as you would like. So I will give you a couple minutes. Again, if there's something you don't understand, please ask. I'm sure you're not alone. On the writing questions, I did make corrections. So look at my comments and make sure you understand how to do better next time. If you really did not do well on this and you need a retake, my philosophy on retakes is that you have the opportunity to do that, but I will average the 2 scores. All right. It's not fair that you just get to see it, try it, and retake it. But if you really had a hard time and you think you understand better now, then I want you to be able to show me that, and I want your grade to reflect that. So you are welcome to take that today or tomorrow directly after school. So you'll just come up to my Zoom at 2:40 or 2:45, and I will give you another chance to take it. Then I will average the 2 scores together. Okay, so go to it, take a look at things, start putting numbers in the chat. You can send them to everybody, or you can send them to me privately in about, I don't know, a couple minutes. I will start going through them. You can, it would make more sense for you to look at your own quiz, I guess, than mine. I will screen share the blank one, but it makes sense to look at yours. Maybe you got right, maybe you got wrong, maybe you guessed. I don't know. So let's look at, we're going to start with number 12. So go up to number 12. It says, what's the opposite of alguien? Okay, this was off your vocab. Alguien means somebody. So the opposite of somebody would be nobody, which is nadie. Okay, they're in different orders on different quizzes, but nadie is the one you're looking for. So that was kind of a vocab question. Okay, then number 13, and I'll go ahead and do 14, even though nobody asked about it because they're similar. You had to decide what negative word would go with it. And if you have the word none or some, you'll notice your choices are ningún, ninguna, ningunos, ningunas. So you have to just make it match in number and gender. So if you want to say I have none, like I have no stapler, ninguna grapadora, because it's feminine and it's singular. In number 14, you have materiales. If you have some supplies, you would have algunos materiales because it's masculine and it's plural. All right, I think I just had one more question that was asked, so I will go to that one. It is number 27. Okay, these were stem changers. So remember, everything stem changes in all forms, but nosotros. So here I have the ellos form. It's an IR verb. So I'd be looking for N at the end. And look, I've got 3 choices. Oh my. So it's E to I. So it would be P then, P-I-D-E-N. How would you know that? Well, we practiced with Pedir. It was also on your notes under the E to I section. Okay. All right, well, those were the only ones people asked about, surprisingly, because I feel like on the whole, people miss more than 3 questions, but maybe you understand all your mistakes. I don't know. So I'll look one more time. Anybody have anything else you want to ask about? Put in the chat right now. Otherwise, we are moving on. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Sounds like we're moving on. So I would like you to grab your notes on comparisons from yesterday, please. Good. My 2nd grader just told me he does comparisons too. Good to know. All right. So pull up your notes from yesterday, please. Mas que, menos que. I guess I can share mine, but I'd rather you look at yours as well. Let's see. So we're going to do a quick review on these, and then I got one thing to add, and then I'm going to let you have some time to do some practice. All right, so I'm about to share my notes. Stop. All right, you should be looking at my notes here and or your own. And we're going to do a quick review. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you got these under control. This will be a significant part of your midterm next week. So make sure you are reviewing and then afterwards doing the practice with us, please. All right, so we're talking about comparisons. We have comparisons of inequality, okay, where somebody is funnier or more funny or less funny. And then we have comparisons of equality, where someone is as funny as someone else. All right, so let's start with the inequality. So we have 2 ways of doing this. Okay, they're in yellow here. Somebody help me out. Get yourself a quick, easy point because you're looking at it. How would I say someone is more interesting than someone else? What's my little expression that I need to use to express that? Looking for a quick hand, a blue hand, or a physical hand up. Show me you're with me. I'm waiting for a second to get more than 2 people with me. Although I appreciate my 2 people. Thank you, girls. You're looking at it right in front of you. Pausing. There's 3 people. Thanks. There's 4. All right. So I want to know, how do I compare someone saying they are more something than someone else? Haley, go for it. Haley, I'm pretty sure you just had your hand up, didn't you? Haley? Haley? Okay, maybe that wasn't you. I thought it was you. Okay, so passing it off to Muta.
Mas.
And then adjective, and then what?
Then I forgot.
It's a little word. I'm sharing my screen. You can see it if it's right there if you're looking.
K.
K. Mas, adjective K. Great. All right. So the opposite of that, if someone is less funny or less interesting or less tall, I should have so many hands up right now. It's so easy. You're looking at it. Participate. Get your point. Get your point. Let's see. How about Charles?
Menos, adjective K.
Great. So we have menos, adjective K. What do we have to remember about the adjective? Well, because it's an adjective or an adverb, it has to agree in number and gender with, is it the thing or person at the beginning of your sentence or the thing or person at the end of your sentence? Beginning of your sentence or end? What do you think? What do you think? Beginning or end?
But
Hello, there are 32 of you out there. Help a girl out. You are literally looking at the notes. They are right in front of you. They have
beginning.
to agree in number and gender with, you should have like 25 hands up right now. Sylvia.
With the noun at the beginning of the comparison.
Yeah, so it's at the beginning. Okay, if you look here, right, it says at the beginning, El Gato or Alicia. That's why it's Rapida, because it's Alicia, or Inteligente, because it's El Gato. All right, that's what we got to be looking at. All righty. So that's when things are unequal. Someone is more something or less something. Now, let me remind you, we have 4 special words here, okay, that we do not need the más or the menos with, because you wouldn't say someone is more better or more worse or more younger or more older. You're just going to say mejor que, peor que, or mayor que, or menor que. All right, so when you have one of those 4 expressions, you do not need to use the más or the menos with them. All right, now let's talk about when things are equal. The dog's as big as the cat, or Indianapolis is not as pretty as Costa Rica. What are we gonna have there? What is that going to look like? How about Nora?
Ton and the adjective and then como.
You got it. Look right here. Ton, adjective, como, right? And that's the gist. And yesterday we did a bunch of practice. Okay, so here's what you need to know in summary. If something is more something, it's más que. If it's less, it's menos que. And if it is as good as something, or as funny as something, or as tall as something, ton, adjective, como. Every time this adjective agrees with what comes in front. All right, any clarification needed on that? We're not done practicing it, but I'm going to add in one more thing. Okay, so here's what I need you to do. Okay, Haley, I see your message there. Next time you can type me the answer too. So if your mic isn't working and I call on you, feel free to type the answer in the chat. Okay, so I want you to now go to my current lesson again. And there are some notes there that you need to either print real quick or add to your Google folder of notes so that we can use them. It's number 3. It says comparisons with nouns. Comparisons of equality with nouns. So I can show you what that looks like real quick. And again, you are putting that somewhere where you can use it. So if you need to go print it real quick, that's fine. It's right here, number 3. Or just download it and so that you can write on it with me here in a minute. Okay, pausing for 20 seconds so you can print it real quick or save it to your desktop or save it to your Google folder so that you can take some notes with us again here in just a second. Okay, I am now screen sharing again. This is what it looks like. So if you're taking notes on the computer, maybe split your screen so that you can look at my notes and add it into your notes as we are going here. No cookie, stop. No more. Okay, we ready? Unmute yourself and let me know if anybody needs more time before I dive in here. Okay, give me 5 minutes of your attention, then I'll let you go work on some practice. Okay, so you'll notice this is called comparisons of equality, but this time instead of adjectives, we have nouns. Okay, so instead of saying as funny as or as interesting as, okay, now we're gonna say somebody has as many students. My school has as many students as your school. Or these cookies do not need as much sugar as the candy. So it's as much or as many. I'm gonna actually highlight that on here. As much or as many. So this time, again, we're gonna use a noun. That's what makes it different. And this time you'll notice the little tan mutates into tanto or tanta, tantos or tantas. Give that a little color too, how about? All right, and then we still use como. All right, so here are my examples. Mi escuela tiene tantos estudiantes como tu escuela. My school has as many students as your school. So this time, the tantos has to match the estudiantes. Okay, let's see if we can maybe highlight that in, how about a green? No, how about a purple? Sometimes it doesn't show up very well. Okay, so the tantos matches estudiantes, as many students. All right, now here, las galletas no necesitan tanto azúcar como los dulces. So this time, the tanto needs to match azúcar. All right, and that'll automatically make it, if it's tanto or tanta, it's as much. And if it's tantos or tantas, it's as many. So you're making it match the noun now. Okay, that's the big difference.
So you don't change como?
Right, and the como is just the same. All right, let's try a couple together. Okay, I got 5 examples. Honestly, here's what I would do if I were you. The como is always the same. So you could actually go ahead and just fill in the como at the end right now. Look. Okay, so como. Como. All right, you can do the other 2 if you want. All right, now we got to figure out the beginning. Is it tanto, tanta, tantos, or tantas? All right, so my cousin doesn't read as many books as my brother and I. So as many. So I kind of highlighted libros for you here. It's masculine and it's plural. So my word here is going to be tantos. All right, let me highlight the whole thing for you so you can make sure you see it, make sure you get it right on your paper. So my cousin doesn't read tantos libros como, as many books as my brother and I. All right, let's look at number 2. I have as many friends as my sister. As many. So think about the word amigas. Somebody raise your hand real quick and tell me what that word's gonna be. Tanto, tanta, tantos, or tantas. Show me you are with me. Morgan, what's it gonna be?
Tantas.
You got it. All right. So we got tantas. There it is. Let me highlight the whole thing so you can make sure you see it. All right. Somebody want to give me what matches estudiantes? She doesn't know as many students as before.
Tantos?
Yeah, who do I give that point to? Is that you, Noah?
Yeah.
Okay, you're just going a little fast for me, but I gotcha. All right. So we got tantos. Estudiantes como. Great. All right. What do we think here? The teacher gives us as much ice cream as we want. What a great teacher.
Tanta.
Yeah, who was that? Sorry, you guys are going too fast for me. Is that
Victoria.
Victoria. Okay. So say it again, Victoria. What'd you have?
Tanta.
You're close. Look at the word helado.
Oh, my bad. Tanto.
Yep. All right. So tanto, and then I guess I didn't do the end there. So keep going, Victoria. So you'd have tanto, helado. What's my next word going to be?
Como.
Como. You got it. Tanto, helado, como. All right, last one. Spanish class does not have as much homework as English class. Everybody try it on your own. Nobody say it yet. Everybody try your last one. If you are with me and you've been paying attention, you should get this. As much homework as. You fill it in on yours, and then let's see if you're right. All right. Somebody hasn't gone yet? Want to raise your hand real quick or put your little blue hand up and I'll call on you? Who's with me? Show me you're with me. Show me you can do this. Abdullah, thanks.
Is it tanta,
Mm-hmm. Tarea,
como?
como. There you go. All right, so make sure your notes are good. And I promise that's all the notes on comparisons now. And we're just practice them for a couple days, okay? So the big difference here is these use nouns, okay? So if you're saying as funny as, that's an adjective. That's what we did yesterday. Oh, by the way, if you didn't do your exit ticket from class yesterday, feel free to still do that, okay? Or if you didn't do well on it, I did give you 2 chances. So go back and look at that from yesterday. Make sure you're good on that. Then these comparisons, okay, are using nouns. Libros, amigos, estudiantes, those are things, right? And so now you switch from tan to tanto or tantos. The más and the menos would still be the same with nouns. Okay, so that's kind of what I officially have to teach you today. I would like to give you the last 10 minutes to start on your homework. I have 2 textbook activities. One is vocab, so have your vocab out while you're doing it. And the other is on comparisons, so have your comparison stuff handy. The other thing that I like about the book is when they give you an activity, they actually re-explain it right above it. So like if you're on number 2, look above number 2 and it usually explains to you how to do it. All right. So if you've got your notes and you are on the textbook, no problem, and you know what you're doing, then why don't you go ahead and work on that for the rest of the period / homework tonight. And then tomorrow we'll pick this up again. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming by. Hasta luego. Have a good day.